Hey guys, it's Lynn here. Hope you're having an amazing day. Now today guys, I'm going to be potting up this really cute little Serapagio woody cutting, the variegated form that me and Hansi were gifted from our wonderful friends George and Francisco. And I'm very happy to say we put this beautiful little cutting in rainwater because we got it just before Christmas and was a little bit busy with everything. So put it into rainwater about 5 weeks ago now. I think we got the cutting and it has rooted really well. And guys, if you didn't see the original video that we got from these wonderful cuttings that we got from our wonderful friends George and Francisco, do go and watch that video. And if you're not familiar with George, you must check out his wonderful channel, Treasures of Plants. Links up above to George's channel. And thank you, George and Francisco, for all the cuttings you gave us. They've all rooted and we've potted them all up. And the reason why I'm making a separate video on this is I think this is extra special because it is sort of a specialised little plant. It's absolutely adorable. And this is the lovely little bowl that George also sent for us. And by the way, guys, you must give my wonderful fiancé Hans, who is behind the camera now filming me, a big thumbs up and go over and subscribe to his wonderful channel, Familia Cactusi and Other Beauties. So Hans is doing a great job there of the camera work, as you can see. And it's much easier when I've got my hands free, so I can concentrate more on the video instead of having to film. And as you can see there, this is the rainwater, a lovely little root system going on there, absolutely fantastic. And what was wonderful about George, that he gifted me and Hansi amazing cuttings, but he also gave one individually for me, the little Serapagio woody variegated, which is the lovely little pink variegation, and also gave the Serapagio woody, the traditional green version, to Hans. And Hans's is doing very well. He potted it up more or less straight away and he's got a great little root system on it now, all new growth. And this one I'm going to be potting up today. So again, George and Francisco, thank you so much. And by the way, George, if you're watching this video, we have not forgotten about your cuttings because we've got some lovely cuttings we want to give you and Francisco. But obviously because of Christmas and the weather and everything like that, it's sort of the wrong time of year for us to take cuttings. So if you don't mind, we're going to do it in the springtime, probably March, April time, and we'll send you a lovely goodie box. We haven't forgotten, it's just not the time of year for us to be doing cuttings yet. But be patient, we're going to send you some. I hope you understand, I keep meaning to contact you. So guys, let's get potting on this little cutie. Now the soil I've used here, normally with cacti and succulents, I would use a loam-based soil, which I use normally John in his #1 with a bit of perlite grit. But because Serapagio woodii does like more of a humid, more moisture than succulents, as you can see, it has a very fine root system. Very fine as well as it's not succulent as such. And they're often put in the category of succulent. This is a very fine sort of vine plant that does need to be kept moisture all the time and not dried out. So in this case, I'm using a peat-based soil. Now I'm using a traditional house plant soil, which is mostly peat-based. And I've just added a very small amount of perlite just for extra drainage because all house plants like drainage. But it is just normal house plant soil in this case with a bit of perlite. As you can see, it's a lot more peat in this and just grinding it down just to smooth it all out. And then I'm going to place this little beauty in the bottom here, put a little bit of soil at the bottom there, and literally going to place it out exactly how it is, I think, in there, because as you can see, it's got a great little root. Look at that for roots, guys, amazing. So that can literally go like that, and I'm going to tap it in like so, and there's a little bit more roots there. As I say, it's more like a vine, so I'm just going to place that in there, and I'm going to make sure I keep the little leaves above where the soil is there, and go very gently, just sprinkle it in there. So all these roots are covered, but I'm not putting any soil over the little leaves that's already on there. As I say, very impressed with how this has rooted. Very and it's literally, I didn't put it into soil straight away because, as I say, we're a little bit pushed for time and very busy, and I'm at college doing horticulture and everything else, so there's only so many hours in the day, and then with Christmas and I mean, it just got a chance, but it's rooted in the meantime, so I'm very happy that this has happened here. So, and George, all the other cuttings you've given us, doing very well too, so stay tuned for a future update on them. I'm just gently tucking it in there. Just want to make sure that all the new little roots that have formed are all covered with the soil there. As I add a bit of perlite to all of my soil mixes, this is purely optional, but I always think it's good to just help get a bit of an aeration as well. But as I say, Ceropagia, it's very important that they're kept moist. It doesn't hurt if the soil dries out a little bit in between, because all houseplants do not like to be kept permanently in soggy soil, or never soggy. But this is not like normal succulents or cacti. They do like to be kept moist. And as soon as the soil starts to dry out the top, I'm going to give it more water again. So we have a few Ceropagias in our collection, me and Hansi. Hansi will be more familiar with them than I would be, aren't you, Hansi? So there you go, that's that little one. Now what I'm going to do here, so that's all covered, a little bit of a tiny bit of water. Let's put that over there. Just to not do it too much so it doesn't upset how I've planted it. And that's it. And then that's going to be going upstairs now in the grow room, under the grow lights. And as I say, Ceropagia woody variegata by George and Francisco. So thanks guys for this, absolutely wonderful. And there we go. Probably do a bit of a smaller one of them, but I'll pop this on obviously once it gets going and gets more root system. I'll pop that on into a bigger pot in the future. So isn't that cute, guys? Adorable. So guys, thank you so much for watching. And I want to send you loads of love, heaps of happiness and tons of plant power. As always, my Crossy Emerald Isle. And until the next video, bye. And bye from this little cutie. Bye.